What's going on, everybody? We'd like to welcome you back for this week's episode of Heavily Opinionated. Well, how you feeling after that first episode, bro?
Feeling good, brother. Feeling good. We got over 100 views, 20 subscribers. First
Damn
day, first video. Damn near famous. Nah, we appreciate the love. I'm doing this because Zach did it. I don't know why I just did this. We appreciate the love and support.
It don't cost nothing to show a nigga some love, nigga.
Niggas getting money. Show a nigga some love, nigga.
Why would
So you come wabble-dee-dabble-dee.
Wabble-dee-dabble-dee. Niggas out here don't love me, nigga. Down.
Here you go, bro. Here you go. You got it. We
you gotta
rehearsed
send me that
bro.
video.
You got it, bro. I'm gonna send it to you, bro.
Oh, but I know. I just saw my lighter came in the camera. No, I'm not doing nothing bad. I'm just trying to release my demons.
You got a guilty conscience. No, you're not doing nothing bad. You're just trying to release your demons.
Yeah, nah, because I saw I put the light in the camera and you know how the media is. I'm going to be on the shade room. They're going to be like, yo. We're smoking crack.
Nah, but we deadass appreciate all the love and support. You know, we want to get better, continue to grow, bring better, bring better content. What you doing, bro? Bring better content. You know, and just continue to grow as a brand. Establish ourselves. With that being said, we got to answer the question of all questions today, bro.
What's that?
Dating in this generation. That's the one. That's the one people waiting on, bro. Per request.
From where?
A poll I posted.
Yeah?
Yeah, bro. It was the one
question?
reply.
What's the
It was the one reply, bro. That's all niggas want to hear about, I guess. Dating in this generation, our take on relationships in this generation, how to function through them, you know, just our take. Male perspective, obviously.
Let's preface this by saying that we are both 21-year-olds that don't know shit about the world or like nothing.
Who you talking for? Don't say we are both, nigga. I'm figuring shit out. Fuck wrong with you?
I'm just saying. We are not listen, I don't know about Zach. I'm not an expert.
Oh no, you're right. This
is just my heavily opinion. So it is what it is.
Yo, you are so stupid, bro. Yo, no, but yeah, no, this are your opinion, bro. Your take.
Right, this is my take. All right. My thing is this, right? I think that the problem first starts with influencers and celebrities. Okay? Now, I think it's because the fact that we see them, right? And some of these people just get together for an image. They just get together you have one famous face and another famous face, and they get together, and it's just let's make money together. There's no real there's no real love there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, from what I think, and I think the problem is that too many people in our generation try to
idolize those relationships,
right? And they try to emulate those relationships and try to do what they're doing. Meanwhile, I guarantee you 9 times out of 10 these celebrity relationships are terrible. They're probably toxic, and that's why they don't work out. Like, even who'd you say earlier that we were talking about off the camera on the news that are getting divorced now?
Kanye and Kim,
and there's somebody else you said.
I don't think they are, but Cardi and Offset,
and another one kind of the same thing. Kylie and Travis, right? Everybody looks up to those relationships and like, oh my God, goals.
Everybody loves
oh
their
my God.
kids, idolize them, idolize
right.
the relationship, the pictures they take, and it
right.
don't be shit when the camera's off.
And that's the thing though, is that like they only show us what they want us to see. So And of course, we're gonna see all the glitz and glamour and all the great things, and that's what we try to replicate. But to me, like those relationships are just like it's just a facade. There's no meaning to it. So that's
they
why
don't be on the same page, bro. And
right.
I feel like that's
why they fail.
Dating in this generation is about being on the same page. You gotta find somebody who's on the same page as you mentally. You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of people are attracted to people who aren't on the same page as them mentally, and then are disappointed in the results. And I feel like when you talking and you feeling a person out, you have to know at some point, like, yeah, I can only mess with them to a certain extent because they're not really for me. They don't understand me when I speak. They don't get what I'm trying to say. Yeah, but that's
after wasting time and shit. Like things like that are
that's
just
why people
annoying.
get fed up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you have to be honest in your presentation to yourself, bro. You know what I mean?
That's what I was just about to say. Where the problem lies, bro, is how we all interact on social media. And follow me here. What I'm trying to say is that everybody wants to portray like, look at me, I'm cute. Look at me, I got money. Look at me, I'm on a beach in a bikini. Look at me, I'm in this nice car, right? And they try to pass it on as their real selves. Like, this is really me. This is who I actually am. And it's probably not. Like, it's really not. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of people are posting like what they like and their hobbies and the things that they're into. You know, so when people do that, and people, like, let's say somebody tries to, you're a girl and you're cute, and some guy hits you in the DM. He's not hitting you in the DM because
not hitting you in the DM for anything up here, for anything.
Right. He's not hitting you in the DM because he knows you like soccer and he likes soccer too. He's hitting you because you cute and you got a big butt, and that's what he likes.
Nah, but that's real shit, bro. A lot of people, and like you said, it just goes into the internet and what we subconsciously do on the internet, which is just post what we think people want to see as opposed to what we really value and hold near and dear to us. And I feel like if we were to post things we valued, we would find other people who value the same thing, but we don't really do that.
Absolutely.
So then you're establishing these relationships. To bring it back, you're establishing these relationships and people are trying to be together, let's say, talking on dating in this generation, and you're trying to be with who you see on Instagram, that person. You don't really know nothing about them, right? And that's usually where most of the talking starts, social media nowadays, especially quarantine time, pandemic, like. And then you meet these people and they're not who you thought they were, and shit falls through. Or time passes and shit falls through. You ain't really know them to begin with.
You know what sucks about it is that it takes a while for you to actually get to know somebody. So, like, a person can keep their facade up for a while, I can assume. But there is going to come a point where that's going to have to, your real self is going to have to show. And I think when the real self starts to show is when the problems in the relationship starts to
because niggas, you know niggas cupcaking around in the beginning, cupcake phase. You tiptoe around each other, and you are still who you portrayed wherever you were portrayed, bro. You literally are still who you're being on the gram. You're tiptoeing around each other. You're not ready to show who you really are because you're afraid they might not accept you, right?
Right. Yeah.
And that's why it's cool as hell to see people post their passions and stuff, because they're beyond that need of acceptance. Whoever would gravitate towards them will gravitate towards them.
You know what? And, like, you look at, like, a lot of people, like, make fun of, like, older people's Instagram page, right? Because it's obviously not all, like, this materialistic shit. Yo, you go on anybody who's in their upper 20s to 30s to 40s and beyond, right? They all post their kids, what they do on the weekends, watching football, barbecuing, like all the shit that they love to do, all the shit that they enjoy with other people. They post that stuff. They're not posting their car, they're not posting their Gucci belt, and it kind of goes to show, like, I guess it comes with growing up, but once you get to that age, this other stuff that we're dealing with now is gets behind us. I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
I hope.
You post what you want to. You're free of all that. When you get older, I feel like you've come to realize like it really don't matter. Whoever's for you is gonna be for you. I mean, even now that we're doing this, you know, we see like the gain of followers, or I don't know. I've been doing more promo on my page, and it's not like I used to be one of these people who had the app, and you know, I'm on it. I'm like, yo, like who won't follow me? Like why? But if I'm posting what I'm posting now for this podcast and shit, bro, and I see like a follower go down and nothing, I'm not mad, because they wasn't supposed to be here anyways. You feel me? They weren't gonna be a part of this circle anyways. If they not fucking with, they not fucking with. They could go.
You don't take it as like personal anymore.
That's what people need to bring to others. Just present your true self. You know, dating in this generation would be a lot easier if people presented their true selves over it instead of tiptoeing around each other.
That is 100% true. It would make everybody's life a lot
Tell your
easier.
intentions, bro. That's what it is too. You just have to be honest with your intent. Sometimes you may find you're on the same page. Sometimes you may find that you're not. I don't know if you've seen this meme going around. It's of it's like this black dude and black girl, and they facing each other, and she is like, "Just tell me if you try and smash," and the dude is like, "Yeah." And then the second picture, he's like, "Bitch got me again," and she's facing the other way, walking away, bro. But like, that's real shit, bro. Yeah. If they not here for it, they not here for it. That's what you're trying to do. If y'all on the same page, you're gonna be on the same page. If you not,
don't waste time. Don't waste time. Wasting time, like time is all we really got.
That creates situationships, and that creates false entitlement. You feel entitled to attention and shit that you're not getting and shit like that.
What did Fab say? Good sex, bad relationship. I don't even remember. Fab had a good. You know that song I'm talking about?
No, I might get fried for not knowing it, but I really don't. It's a popular song.
You've never listened to Fab situationships, bro? Wow, yo, bro.
I probably have. After we finish, I probably have. You about to get me fried on the net, bro.
Nah, I mean, I don't know if other people. It's on one of his soul tapes. It's a really good fucking song. It kind of just describes it though, like although like you have all this like dinner dates and trips and money, cars, like at the end of the day, like you still have to face each other. Like you still have to like be together,
deal with each other. Yeah,
right. I think that's why a lot of people that when they move in with each other, bro, like I feel like you don't really know a person until you move in. And like I've heard a lot of people say like don't marry somebody until you've lived with them.
You've lived with them?
Because yo, bro,
till you slept with them too.
It's a different side of people you get to see when you actually live with them. Cause like, yo, babe, I'm coming over, and then I'll scramble together to get this room clean, and then she'll come over and see like, oh yeah, nah, if they live,
yeah, nah, that shit there.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I think that's another thing, yo. If you with somebody, live with them first, like, and then you could decide if you want to marry them, cause you know what I'm saying? Wait. Actually, this just came to my mind real quick. Do you have anything to say before I switch gears?
I agree with what you're saying.
So, this just came to my head because I feel like this has to do with it, and like I would love to hear what you guys have to say about this, and like, you do this on the Instagram page, you know what I'm saying? But you take care of this.
All right, I got you.
Have you ever heard of love languages before?
Vaguely.
So there's 5 of them, right?
Mm.
There's There's acts of service. There's words of affirmation. There's receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch. Okay? Those are all 5 of them. Right? Which out of those 5 would you value the most and why?
I would say physical touch, just because I'm an intimate person. And not necessarily like sexual, just like touch in general, like being laid up and shit. Like, I like shit like that. I don't know. For me.
So you feel like physical affection and love, like physical affection is showing love to you, like that's how you feel love, that's how you receive love? Yeah.
For me personally. Okay. Yeah. I don't need gifts, bro. I don't need them to do nothing for me. I just need somebody to be there with me in my space. You know what I mean? Like that's cool as hell to me.
Which on this list out of the 5 would, or now I guess out of the 4 would be the last on your list? Like, which one do you value the least out of all of these?
I would say gifts.
Yeah, me too.
I
could give a fuck
I don't
about
need
gifts.
anything, bro. And I think that comes with being complete within yourself. But that's a whole nother discussion. Like, I don't need nothing from anybody. It's cool as hell, don't get me wrong, but I value that.
Oh yeah. Receiving a gift is great, but like thank you, appreciate it, but like that, like, I don't need it for somebody to show me that they love me. Like, I'm not.
That's a good way.
And like, would you think that people that value receiving gifts, number one, as materialistic? Like, can you say that that's a materialistic kind of trait?
I think so, bro. It goes back to talking about like what we idolize in this generation. You know what I mean? That is kind of materialistic.
Right.
You should want to go get it for yourself. Don't get me wrong. It's nice to be waited on. It's nice to be taken care of. We all like to be taken care of at some point. Don't get me wrong. All of these things are things that are necessary for a relationship to function.
All of them have their place.
All of them have their place. But that's just what I would put last. You know what I mean? There are people who put that first, bro. I couldn't imagine, bro. That shit would piss me off.
Wait, what'd you say?
I said there are people who put that first, but I couldn't imagine. That shit would piss me off, bro.
Me either.
I love to get people things. Don't get me wrong, bro. I'm nice with shit because money isn't all that for me, so I don't have no problem spending and throwing it out. So it's not that big of a deal. I love getting people things, but to hear them like asking stuff, like, it's different. You know what I mean?
I understand what you mean. I think there's really no wrong answer to this, like, to any of these. Like, however you value one more than the other, like, there's no wrong answer. I suggest, like, whoever's watching this to, like, go on Google, look up love languages, and, like, there's, like, quizzes where you could take where, like, you answer questions and you find out, like, your percentage of, like, which one. I've done it because I was just curious. I heard it online. And not to my surprise, I found out that my number one is acts of service. And that's the one that, like, by far, like, I'm talking, like, acts of service was, like,
wait, bro, you went and looked up your love language online?
So, no. What happened was I was listening to a podcast. You was trying to catch me.
Nah, like, so you was one of them niggas in middle school who would, like, go on the love calculator on your browser and type in your name and your crush's name? You was one of those?
Keep going. Go ahead. Let it all out right now.
Nah, I'm done, bro. You can continue, bro.
You done?
Yeah. No, you definitely was one of them love calculator ass niggas, but continue.
You definitely was too. I mean, not two. I was never one. I was never one.
Well, go ahead. You said your love language is acts of service.
So, it's acts of service. And it was by, like, there's 5 of these. I think it was, like, at 37%, which is a pretty high percentage considering all 5 of these in one category. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's so true because I do value, like, for example, let's say I go to work, or it could be vice versa. And this does not mean, like, slave or my personal maid. Like, this is just pure, like, helping me out. Because
I knew shut this whole shit down. Get this whole operation shut down.
I know what's gonna come, and I know how this could come across.
No, but you would do the same vice versa. I know you would.
That's what I'm saying. So you know what? Just for the sake of it, let's just flip it. Let's say I'm home and I'm off, and my girl's working, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she put a bunch of clothes in the washing machine, and she didn't fold it, but they're in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now when she's coming back home from work, she's expecting to do that. And she's like, fuck, I got to go back home and I got to fold this laundry. I don't really want to do this. And I got to cook dinner and I got to do all this, right? To her surprise, I folded her laundry, okay? To me, that shows more love than any of the other ones. Like, I value that. I'd rather somebody do that for me. And for me, that shows me more that they love me more than words of affirmation or physical touch. Because listen to me, bro. I know you're about to talk. I know your head is bursting, but just bear with me. Just bear with
continue. I get what you're saying, though, bro. It makes sense, and I understand why you value it. But you could continue.
Hear my argument against the other two, words of affirmation and physical touch. Because I feel like words of affirmation and physical touch would be up there. So it would be probably one of the favorites. So the reason why I don't value those as much as I used to anymore is because I've been in a bunch of friendships and different relationships where, and this goes for girls and guys, like friendships with guys and relationships with girls.
Get saved there, bro. Because it's trying their hardest, bro. You try your hardest to get this whole operation shut down, bro.
Let me say, bro, people will find anything, bro. Like,
you might have to pause that, bro, but continue.
But so like even with friendships and relationship, like it's so easy for people to say I love you. Like it's an effortless thing. It doesn't take anything to do it. Like you can literally, a stranger can walk up to you right now and say he loves you, bro, and it does not mean anything. But it's just that easy.
Words
bro.
of affirmation. I wouldn't say that stranger is a bad example for words of affirmation. Let's say a stranger comes up to you and they say, "Oh my God, your shape up sharp. Like I see you, but like your haircut nice." Shorty approach your haircut nice. You're gonna take that. You're gonna run with it. You're gonna be happy.
Okay.
Hell yeah, that's words of affirmation.
That is words of affirmation. But I love you is also words of affirmation too. I was just using that as an example. But I guess I get what you're saying. Words of affirmation is I love you, bro.
Yeah, no.
You know what affirmation means?
Yeah. To affirm, nigga. That's what affirmation means. I can't define it. Now you got me too.
It's all right.
You define it. Go ahead. You define it. Go ahead, bro. We here to define affirmation. You looking it up, yo. You're such a fucking cheat.
The action or process of affirming something or being affirmed. Emotional support or encouragement.
Okay,
That's
so I love you is definitely okay.
So there's way more to words of affirmation than I love you. But I'm just saying for that example, right?
For that example, yeah. Bad example. Look at you.
Not really, but I like those things are so easy. Like it's just words, bro.
Especially after a while,
substance
it gets
behind
easy.
it.
Especially
there's
after
no
a while.
substance behind it. And also physical touch, very easy to do. Like I feel like anybody can do physical.
It's not always in certain. So let me give you a circumstance. You in love with shorty, right? Physical touch. You want to be around her, all that shit. But at the end of the day, when you go to sleep, and she knows this, you like to have your own space, right? You like to be in your own space, your own bed. Especially now you're at college, you on a twin bed. It's hard to scrunch up on there. That shit uncomfortable. You wake up, your back hurting, you mad at the world for the rest of the day. Out of your love for her, you allow her to come lay up under you. That's a sign of your love because you're taking your comfort, your bubble, your inner space, your body, and in this instance, you're going to be uncomfortable for her because of your love for her.
That's a great example. That's a great counter argument to what I'm trying to say. So, I mean, you're right. And do I have a comeback for that? No, I do not. But
no, but at the end of the day, I understand what you're saying. You're still gonna value, acts of service higher. At the end of the day.
I do, but I do value physical touch.
But you understand physical touch goes into it as well.
Yes, of course I do. I can acknowledge it. And to me, if somebody can do something for me that makes my life easier, right, and it's something that I didn't want to do, and it's probably sure as hell what they don't want to do, right? If they can do that for me, something they don't want to do themselves, like what more, how much more does that show somebody that they love you? You know what I'm saying? Like that, to that point, it's literally when they say
so
don't tell me, show me.
Could you pair acts of service with buying stuff? Could you pair it together?
I don't think so because I mean, what else?
So
what can somebody buy for you besides a car? What can somebody buy for you that
you need? That's an act of service. You hungry? You ain't it all day.
Food.
Somebody looks up to you, they get you food. That's an act of service. That's also them buying you something that they didn't have to. You know what I mean? Yeah. Imagine, bro, you tell Shorty you hungry and she hits you with damn, me too. You gonna feel some type. It's gonna take you back, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I understand what you're saying. I'm gonna read this to you real quick. Do you mind if I read this to you?
No, go ahead.
So this is for active service, and if there's anyone that you have, because you just got me thinking. Like, you're right. Like, that could be a circumstance, but I don't know if that's necessarily acts of service. So I'm just gonna read this and see. So why does love feel like you're not on the same page? The most common issue in any relationship is the communication barrier. Everyone experiences love differently.
Communication.
It's easy to miss the mark when it comes to showing you care.
Mm-hmm.
With little help from the with little help from the 5 love languages.
Pat your leg, bro. Pat your leg.
You can learn nigga, this is not what I wanted.
You just reading some whole shit you ain't want to read, bro. You ain't mean to read.
Yeah, I just wasted about 30 minutes, 30 seconds of your time. I apologize for that, my people. All right. Acts of service. Acts of service is a language that is best described as doing something for your partner that they know you would like, that they know. You know they would like, such as filling up their gas, watering their plants, or cooking them a meal.
Filling up the gas is definitely buying them something, but continue.
But it's
unless
not
you're taking their money.
It's not a gift.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. These
shits are dirty as hell.
Maybe it just doesn't happen so often to the point where I'm looking at it as a gift. You know what I mean?
But this is the whole thing, is that the fact that actions speak louder than words. Like, if you're willing to do something that you don't even want to do for yourself, and you do it for me out of the love in your heart, that to me has more value than somebody telling me that they love me, or physical touch and cuddling in bed. Like, acts of service just has that like, I just value that way more. I'm like, it's just the way it is. And you know what? Like, but it's not always like that though, because in the beginning of a relationship, I feel like I value. Yes, and words of affirmation, and quality time,
Mm-hmm.
So, and it changes. Like, it could change. Like, for me, if you're in the beginning of a relationship and you're talking to somebody, like, of course you want that person to, right? Exactly. Where everything is perfect and whatever, but like I said, all that stuff is easy to do. Like, it's so easy.
As time goes on, it gets harder. Not that part. You're right. Not that part, you're right. Just that becomes less valuable as time goes on.
Exactly.
So you have to find value in other things, like the things you were naming, like the acts of service. Hell yeah, there's value in that down the line. But for me personally, physical touch is like, it's up there, bro. That's just me personally.
I got you. So this is what we'll do. Well, since you're in charge of the Gram account, we'll do a poll. And then we'll put all 5 of them in, right? I don't know how, because it's 5, but whatever. And then we'll do like a little tournament, a little bracket tournament, and we'll see which one people value the most.
First time you hugged Shorty, you grabbed her ass, you didn't catch butterflies, bro. You wasn't feeling like you was that dude, bro.
That's
you don't
not
be
how
having
it
those
happened.
moments.
I'm not saying that. Of course, in the beginning of the relationship, words of affirmation and physical touch was all I needed. But
You think that's all you needed?
Yeah, and quality time also is what I needed.
Okay.
So,
but now that time has passed and y'all have grown together, you value more so the acts of service.
Right. So like I know that she can tell me that. I know that she can tell me she loves me. I know that she can hug me and kiss me and spend time with me. But can you do the things? And this is not just for women. Like, again, I don't want people to take it as like she's my maid, or like your significant other's your maid. Like, no. Like, you also have to do the same thing back. Because if you don't, then at that point, you're treating her as like you're just expecting her or him to pick up after you. And that's not how that works. If you're receiving that acts of service, you have to give that back. You know what I'm saying? Or else I think that kind of puts a little question mark on your love for that person. If you don't, because you know what, I hate doing dishes. You don't understand how much I hate doing dishes. And there are times where I'll get back from work and
nasty.
I know you should see me. I be putting on my rubber gloves and everything.
You don't like touching the food, bro. The food.
I hate
You be ready
I hate my hands smelling like dirty dishes. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd rather them. Anyway, so Shorty cooks dinner, and like she usually does dinner. She'll usually do the dishes after, and like I know she hates it. So and I hate it too. But I'm like, hey, don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. You know, go relax or do whatever. You know what I'm saying? I think to me, that's how I show my love. And she knows this. Like, she knows that I don't show my love through saying it or through affection. I do show my love, but, like, not as much.
Like
as,
you said, all of it goes into it.
Of course.
It goes into it. But
I don't think you can have a successful relationship without having every
more,
single one of them.
Yeah, every single one. I'm just an affectionate ass nigga. It's, like you said, that's for some people is other people don't appreciate stuff like that. Other people don't like somebody who's going to be, like, all up on them all the time, you know? And don't get me wrong, there's time to be apart. Like, I don't mean, like, always on top of each other, literally, but just, like,
it has to be a balance.
There, bro.
It's all about a balance,
there,
bro.
I feel like it's a different feeling. Brings a different level of emotion to it. Acts of service, they nice and all, but I don't know. It's easy also to get used to those kinds of things, too, as well as the physical attraction. It's used to take granted those things after they've been done for you for a while. It becomes a norm. You know what I mean?
But that's why you have to do it back so that you understand that these things. That, you know what I'm saying? Because like you said, if you just expect them to happen, at that point she is your slave and she is your maid, and you're just expecting her to clean up after you, and that's not how that works.
Niggas gonna crop that right there and have
I'm
you
not cropping
on
nothing.
Wow, no, I'm talking about that part, and he's gonna screen record that, crop it, and have you calling shorty a slave and a man. It's not gonna go down well for you, bro. Thank God I'm the one that's
editing these fucking videos, because you're not gonna get the chance. Stupid. I'm not gonna let you get the chance. I'm gonna edit that in. I'm gonna edit the 6ix9ine shit in.
Yeah. But you know what? We gonna close this out, and we gonna throw up the poll. So now I understand we gonna close this out. We gonna close it out right this time. You know, we gotta hit them with the
Don't just
like,
turn off
comment,
the video.
and subscribe. Nah, bro, not gonna tweak like that. We gonna hit them with the like, comment, and subscribe. You know, be back next week, more content.
Let me get a little spunky for this outro. Alright, go ahead.
You the outro, man. I bought it in this time. You gotta do the outro.
Me? Alright. Thank you for tuning in for another episode of Heavily Opinionated. We appreciate you guys watching. We appreciate again all the love and support you guys are giving us.
We're gonna post that poll.
Yes, we are gonna post that poll. Stay tuned for that. And follow us at Heavily Opinionated PC on Instagram. And then on that page you can follow our accounts also if you really want to. Don't care.
Nah, but we
don't forget to. You got it, big boss.
I'm about to cut this shit.